Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Lord of the Rings online Let's Play, and we are back with Baradbeam, and today we're going to talk to Aragorn here and continue on with the story quest. So let's talk to him.
Baladbeam will not be without defenses.
Most of the Corsairs have fled in terror, but Baladbeam will not be without his defenses. Remain on your guard, and I will remain on mine. Alright, here we go. To take on Baladbeam. Who's this? Legolas, hey! Gimli? The Corsairs are routed, Baradbeam. They flee before the army of the dead and Aragorn's grim countenance. They flee before you and me and before stout-hearted Gimli as well. But Baladbeam remains, my good Lord Master, and until he is defeated, we cannot trust that this victory will last. He is surely aboard the Night Jewel. Before you storm the flagship in search of him, tell me this. Do you have further allies to aid with this, or will you stand alone with Aragorn and Gimli? By myself, Legolas. Hello? By myself? Already in use. You will have us with you, so you will not be fully alone. I will take up position on these steps and worry those who trouble you with the sharpness of my arrows and the keen eyes of my people. Good fortune go with you, Baradbeam. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna need some Mavar assistance on this one. So, most of the Corsairs have been routed, Baradbeam, but Baladbeam remains. Any Corsairs that remain by his side will have the utmost loyalty and will fight to the very end. Let us storm the Night Jewel and bring that end about, Baradbeam. Alright. Us, Aragorn, and Gimli, and Legolas is gonna be over there fighting people with arrows. Why is my health going down so fast? Oh, I thought this was Aragorn, that's why. But he's up there they're fighting their own one up there. Wow, this is gonna be a little bit rough, I think. Okay. Should probably fight the same ones that Aragorn fights. And then I do the opposite. Gimli, help us out here. Okay. You guys ready? Got a raider there. Okay. I will go below decks and search for Baladbeam. Okay, what do I do? Tell me what I do. You should free the enslaved men up here, Baradbeam. Alright. You. Let's get guys. Mavar, get your butt out the way. That drew the ire of the entire group. Gotta watch out for that. I don't wanna. Okay. Let's heal up a little bit before we click on the next one. Do a little rejuvenation here. Okay. Uh-oh. Baradbeam, you will regret coming back here. Doubt it. You should not have come back, Baradbeam. I thought it was a mistake for Bellicor to let you go, but it seems you will die on the deck of the Night Jewel after all. The heirs of Castamere will triumph, and Umbar will be great again. Oh, this isn't Bellicor. This is Umar. Now you will die. He's trying to run away. Coward. Baradbeam, how goes the fighting? Where have you been? What have you been up to? Hold on, I need to get a drink. My throat is acting up, of course. Okay, I was unable to find Bellicor below decks, Baradbeam. Have you seen him? We cannot let this so-called heir of Castamere escape. I fear the harm he might still work. I fear the harm he might still work upon the people of Gondor. You! I'm Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and I command you to surrender your weapons. You will give one name, but I know you by another, Thorngil. I know you by the title you claimed 30 years ago, Bane of Umbar. I have many titles, Bellicor, and every one earned. But you are a pretender to your own title, for you are no heir of Castamere. It was a title of use to me, so I took it. Oh. But enough talk. What witchcraft has caused my men to desert their posts? We killed them. Many leapt overboard at the fear of it. Was it the mere rumor of your coming? Come see, Bellicor. The shadow of endless night covers all. Your deaths await in this darkness. Alright, Mavar. Get him. Level 100 elite. He seeks to escape. Follow him, Baradbeam. Gonna jump overboard, bud? Power of Sauron cannot be denied. See how he blankets the skies in darkness? We will defeat you and your master, Bellicor. Even in darkness, we defy you. What? What is this? No! No! Bellicor will no longer trouble the people of Gondor, Baradbeam. Let us return to the Grey Host and see how our other companions fared during the battle. There is one more matter to which we must attend. Talk to Gimli at Aragorn's camp. Okay. Well, that was easy peasy. Camp of the Grey Host. Back here. What a strange day this has been, Baradbeam. To think we would be grateful for the aid of the dead against the living. Aragorn believes he must count the oath of these men fulfilled, and certainly they proved most valuable, but why not retain their loyalty for a few more days? Perhaps it is good that it is not my decision to make. Stay on guard while Aragorn speaks to the King of the Dead. King of the Dead, right here. Men of the Mountain! Oathbreakers, I called you, for you did not answer your vows, faithless. But hear now the words of Isildur's heir. I count your oath fulfilled. Wait, really? Depart now and find the rest you were denied. Don't they come with us to, Really? They don't come with us to the battle? Is that from the books? The movies get it wrong? I'm glad that it is behind us, Baradbeam. I confess I was not certain the dead would follow me, and I am relieved they did so. Aragorn laughs, and you realize what an uncommon sound that has become. I'm more relieved they have now departed, my friend. I would be a braggart, indeed, to pretend otherwise. So we have the victory. We will need many more if we are to have at lasting peace for Gondor. Do, do, do. Bow, 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 bow. So he comes in with just normal dudes, Gondorian dudes, instead of the dead army. Huh, interesting.
Let us rest for a brief while, and then we will make ready the ships.
We've ended the threat of Umbar for now, and Balicor will rally no more corsairs to his banner. The memory of the dead will keep others from taking up arms against Gondor. Now my attention must turn to the foe in the east. The shadow of unending night will lend speed and surety to the armies of the enemy. They will march upon Minas Tirith. Indeed, they must have already begun. I must get to the city with utmost haste, but the Gondorian fleet is burned. What can be done? Aragorn thinks for a moment, and then a strange light flickers within his eyes. Black sails, Baradbeam. I will sail the ships of Umbar to Minas Tirith. Let us rest for a brief while, and then we will make ready the ships. Thank you again for your part in this most recent victory, my friend. Rest now, and then we will return to the tasks ahead of us. Ooh, well, these aren't better than what I have on, even with essences, probably. But I'll take them.
The threat of the Corsairs is over, but many of their allies remain.
The threat of Corsairs is over, but many of their allies still live and could endanger my next course, Baradbeam. Several of the Haradrim fled from the city when the men of the mountain fulfilled their oath, and I fear they might bring word of the Corsair defeat to the armies of Mordor. I would rather this did not happen, but I cannot spare the time to track all who fled from Pelargir. Will you do this for me, my friend? Travel east in pursuit of these terrified Haradrim. I believe they will come to the walls of Eranos before they can break free of their fright. Defeat them and keep word of our victory at Pelargir from reaching unfriendly ears. Okay. Well, where is that? Is that around here? Kinda. What is this? Camp of the Grey Host. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, we'll keep it. Warband. We gotta go up over here. What? I mean, what's all this over here? I guess we'll go see, huh? Alright. Hop on our steed. And get going. Burning. No. Warband is right there. I am not ready to take on warbands. This must have been so cool when it first came out. I mean, it's cool now. We're rubber banding. Like, it's so different from what the rest of the game is. Or rest of the main quest is. Like better writing, you know? It's almost like they were learning how their game goes. Okay. Find and defeat terrified Haradrim near Eranos. Gotta be right up here. Haradrim Rider, what's this? You study the tracks, you feel eyes upon you. Someone hides nearby. Okay, is it gonna do the same thing here? Do not call forth your terrible specters. I will slay you first. Can I click it again? You hear a woman's voice hailing you from the town of Aranos to the north. A woman's voice, huh? Oh, I forgot to get my free gifts. Who's hailing me? This lady.
I saw another invader nearby. He crept that way around the wall.
I watched you fight those evil warriors, hero, and I wanted to thank you for making safe our lands. But that is not all, for if you leave now, you leave us still in peril. I saw another one of those invaders nearby. I think he fancies himself a sorcerer of some sort, for he carried many unsavory trinkets and muttered strange incantations under his breath. He crept that way, around the outer wall of Aranos. Really? See a dang thing on the screen. It's so dark. Here.
The great master we follow gives life unending to those who faithfully serve.
You may slay my men, hated man, and you may end my own life, but you will have no lasting victory. The great master we follow is a giver of gifts, and he gives life unending to those who faithfully serve. You could slay all the Corsairs to a man, and all of my own people, but the commanders of the Master's army will always return, even in death. Can you take care of that? You will never triumph! Yes, I will. Sorcerer breathes his last, but his mocking smile remains. All right. Let us. How do you cross this river? I guess you go through the city? I might just turn that one off. We've got work to do. We gotta get back to Aragorn. I think I'm having trouble seeing because my glasses are dirty. You can really tell it's a dark screen because it's night all the time over here. And there's snow outside my window, so my window is right behind my screen. It's making it hard to see, and it lets me know how dirty my glasses are. You guys have that problem? Does anyone wear glasses in here? Lower Lebanon. Man, we're rubber banding pretty bad. Alright, back to Aragorn. right in here. Alright, Aragorn, we tracked him down.
What troubles you? Share it with me, and we will bear its burden together.
We found the Haradrim that fled from Pelargir. Very good, Baradbeam. I hope this will keep word of our victory here a secret from the enemy. If something troubles you, share it with me and we will bear the burden of it together, my friend. You tell Aragorn of the sorcerer's words, that the commanders of Sauron's armies cannot be stopped even by death. I confess to you that I have heard these whispers as well, my friend, so I cannot banish the fear of them from your mind. But it does not change my resolve, and I believe it will not change yours either. We place a greater value on life than does our enemy, so every loss pains us all the more. But that is our strength as well, for we will fight even harder to protect it, even beyond our limits. Aragorn smiles. Ours is not the real quest, Baradbeam, for even if we have all the success we desire, the enemy will remain. The real quest is elsewhere, my friend, and only its successful completion can end Sauron's evil forever. That's right. I always forget about Frodo and the ring. For New Year's, my mom and I have a tradition where we watch the Lord of the Rings movies as our countdown to midnight. And in the second and third movie, I always forget about Frodo and Sam. I'm more invested in Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli and everyone else than I am Frodo and Sam. Just give me these. Really? Here we are again. Didn't even take up a slot.
There is much
There
to
we
be
go.
done, and little time in which to do it.
We still have our own parts to play, and I deem it important that we play them well. I wish to sail up the river on the deck of the Corsair ships and come by that route to the aid of Minas Tirith. It is my hope that we will arrive in time and with such surprise that we can strike a blow to the fighting will of those who threaten the city. We do not have much time to prepare, but there are a number of tasks I have given my friends to perform that will help us set forth as quickly as possible. Help them with these tasks, if you would, for every moment we hesitate is a moment the enemy would relish. Awa. The Banner of the King. Oh, you get an emote. Banner of the King. Banner Gondor. Complete Black Sail's quest for the Grey Company. Okay. Well, we will do this.
Did you fight in the battle?
Langles? Did you fight in the battle, Baradbeam? I was stricken with a great fear as the shades of the dead joined the battle, and I confess to you that I felt a great urge to run from them, as the Corsairs did. And yet, before my heart betrayed me and I succumbed to the terror, I felt a hand upon my arm and I was reassured. Do you know who it was? It was Celarent, the young ranger I took under my wing in Ered Luin. He is not as young as he was, and this journey has put some steel in him. It was an honor to stand with Aragorn, and the presence of Celarent was a comfort. I am proud to call him brother. When the Corsairs fled, many of them cast their weapons to the ground. Mandan went ahead to gather up the fallen blades, find him at the northwest entrance to Pelargir, and help him with his task. There are many weapons to be recovered. Okay.
There is much hardship ahead of us.
Calenglad, hey bud. I like this land, Baradbeam. It reminds me of the Twilight Wilds, far away in the north, where my heart remains. The wooded slopes... Excuse me. The wooded slopes encircling Lake Nuniel must be slowly shaking off the grip of winter, and in a few weeks the leaves of their trees may begin to fight through the remaining chill. No winter lasts forever, and the coming of spring will banish even the coldest of memories. Will this war be any different? Excuse me, so sorry. Calenglad stands silently for a short while, musing on the question. Eventually he smiles and gives you a conspiratorial wink. Radinir told me you agreed to treat him to a meal and drinks at a tavern of your choosing once this is all over. If you have no objection, I would like to join the two of you there. I will look forward to that happy meeting. But there is still much hardship ahead of us, and with all my musings I forgot to tell you something. Halberad wanted me to send you to him. He has returned to Pelargir already. If you leave now, you should find him just inside the northwest entrance of the city. Okay. Who's this?
I'm still weak from my stay within Saruman's dungeons. Exhausted and frustrated.
I do not know what I am doing, Baradbeam. I could do little more than stay atop the horse Daggerest provided for me on the ride from Rohan. I'm still weak from my stay within Saruman's dungeons, and even lifting a sword leaves me fatigued. I am exhausted and frustrated. I volunteered to help load the ships with supplies, expecting to struggle through and beyond the unfair limitations of my strength, but Radinir took my place and sent me back here. My face was red with shame, but I must admit he was right. I need to rest and recover my strength. Curse the traitor wizard. Find Radinir and help him carry my share of the supplies onto the Corsair flagship. You will find him in the Westgarth by one of the bridges that leads to the court of the Ship Kings. Hey? You are?
I want to know the hazards of the Unduine before we put upon the water.
Aragorn hopes to sail up the Anduin on the decks of the Corsair ships, but we are not watermen. If we are to do this, we will need every advantage. To that end, I sent Amlan into the city to look for maps of the river that might aid us in this endeavor. If you are willing, return to the city and help Amlan find any such maps that might prove helpful. Pelargir is a great port city of Gondor, and there must have been much use of the river for trade and passage. Surely some maps can be found that show the hazards and bends of the Anduin. I believe Amlan was going to begin his search in the market ward. Okay, so we've got some quests to do. Questicles. All in here. Okay. We can do this. Sorry about my throat, y'all. I think I've talked in this series before, but it's been a while about I have hypothyroidism. And it makes my throat get all weird and wonky sometimes, and I'm having one of those right now, so I just wanted to apologize for that. I know it's kind of gross that I cough into the mic and everything, but what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? Alright, let's head in and find these people. Give them our help. Discovered Pelargir. Follower of the Grey Host. Oh, cool. Oh. Okay, cool. We got a deed done.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Is this? Mandan. Hello? Already in use. Talk to me!
The Corsairs cast aside their weapons when they fled.
Oh? Langlis sent you to check on me. That was quite unnecessary, Baradbeam. Mandan scowls. Well, perhaps it was a little necessary. You see, I began to gather some of the weapons the Corsairs cast aside when they fled. But it was slow work, and I decided my own skills might be better used elsewhere. You know of my talent for fashioning and applying salves, of course. But there are many wounded folk who could use such treatment, and I will see to them immediately. Anyway, Celerant was gathering up the weapons already. You are welcome to go down to the docks and help him with that task if you like.
The appearance of the dead men may weigh heavily upon some members
This is
of the
Halberd.
company.
I would follow Aragorn anywhere, Baradbeam, and standing here with the smell of smoke on the air and the memory of battle still fresh in my mind, I feel as if I have done so. I did not blanch when he led us through the dim Holt Road, nor when he emerged from the mountain with the shades of dead men all around us. Still, I am glad they have departed. It is not natural for such men to linger in the world. An elf once told me that death is a gift for all men, but I did not understand what he meant until today. I think now he was right. The appearance of the dead men may weigh heavily upon some others of our company. Goladir in particular seemed distraught by the passage under the mountain. Find Coronir somewhere to the south of here and see if he knows where Goladir can be found. The two of them are rarely apart. Poor Goladir, he always gets the worst of it. Okay. I think we go down here.
I'm not in the mood to talk.
I am not in the mood to talk, Baradbeam. This has been a trying experience for all of us. I hope you do not mind. As you turn to go, Coroner holds up his hand. I am sorry, friend. I am fine. With what can I help you? You tell him that you're looking for Goladir and thought he might know where you could find the ranger. Goladir is the cause of my ill temperament, and I have no desire to speak with him any further. Do you remember the fell mood that seized him in Angmar before the Grey Company was assembled? I thought he had left it behind him. Indeed, it seemed that the journey was doing him some good, but it returned again in Tuor Morva, only to be overcome by the gentle laughter of the Dullingen girl, Wenda. But like the rising and falling brimstone pools of Malinhad, his ill mood has returned after a short time of low ebb, and now he shouts at his own dear friends. If you seek him out, know that I left him standing on a dock to the south, looking out at the water. I will not be held responsible if he treats you unkindly, for it seems he does not know his friends. Poor Coronir. Okay. Down this way? Down there. Can't. There's a visible wall. Help, let me jump down there. No. Okay. But we can't get down that way. What about down this way? I would never cast aside my own blade, not for any reason. Mithrinden. Hey, bud. I'll help you get these. Maybe. Good. Clicky clicky. Seven, 8. Is that Goladir? It is.
Yes, what do you want?
Are you here to chastise me for treating Coronir unkindly? He has been a sharp thorn for these past few days, constantly asking questions about my well-being. He should have expected a rebuke. There is an angry fire in Goladir's eyes, an unfamiliar smoldering rage. I know why, Baradbeam. Around matters of the dead, they treat me with delicate gloves. They look at me and they see my daughter Lorneo. My grief was drawn and will never truly pass, but this treatment fills me with such an anger, I would strike them all down. Coroner, Halberd, even my own chief, Aragorn. He falls silent. When he speaks again, his voice is little more than a whisper, and there are tears in his eyes. I do not know from where this anger comes, Baradbeam. It feels as if I hear voices of the past, unflagging and unrelenting, calling my name, taunting me. I will master these voices. I have been troubled by these feelings ever since we began this journey, and I have managed to stifle them. It has become more difficult of late, perhaps because of the unnatural skies, the evil presence of the dead men. Do not worry about me, my friend. I will apologize to Coroner, and my outburst will remain between us, I hope. Gladden, I feel like you are touched by Mordor or something, and he should probably not be on this journey. Back aches, but this is better test than many of those in war. Okay. Now we've got to get on our horse again. Go find these two. Bum, 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 bum. Here's someone. Right in here? Right in here. You sitting on your butt?
Looks like Tekaron owes me some coins.
We had a friendly wager concerning what would happen first. Lothrandir returning to try and carry these crates, or you showing up to carry them in his stead. I never doubted you for a moment, and now you've won me some coins. I thank you for being so honorable and predictable. Radenir laughs. These need to go to the Corsair flagship, for that's the one at the most room. Tekaron is waiting for these supplies on the flagship, moored in the large southern dock of the market ward. You can't miss it. It's the big one. Really? You want me to carry these stuff? Okay, I'm carrying a crate. To where? Down here? Burr, 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 burr. Look at us. We're speed running. Why are we running so fast? Oh, God. Okay, it's the big one, he said. Tekaron reluctantly thanks you for the supplies, though it lost him a wager. That's good. I like that. Alros, hey. That's cool. You just see like the Grey Company walking around. Again, I wish I could remember which Grey Company, which ranger was which ranger. You know? Like, I know Gladden for sure, and I know Halberd, Calenglad. I need to go back and play this game again. Pay better attention to them. Alright, there should be someone up this way to talk to. Amlin.
If I never see another crate, it will be far too soon for me.
I've been fruitlessly searching for maps ever since the battle ended, Baradbeam. If I never see another crate, it will be far too soon for me. I have searched all the crates in this area. The only place I have not yet searched is to the northeast, at the very tip of the market ward. I do not think any of those crates will have river maps in them, but just to be safe, we should search them anyway. Okay. I'll go do that, Amlin. See some glowy crates. What the heck? A rat? Get a Mavar. Find some folded parchments in the crate. Maps of the Anduin's course. Aha. Amlin. I found a mappy.
I can ascertain little from these maps, but Orthon will fare better.
You found some maps of the Anduin. I cannot believe it. It is always the last place you check, or the first place you never checked, is it not? Amlin takes the map from you and peers at it for a moment. Well, I see Pelargar here and Osgiliath up here, which means that these 4 black lines here must be the Anduin. And what do these marks in the river's course mean? I cannot ascertain anything useful from these maps, Baradbeam. I think you should bring them to Orthon, for he is a master of lore, should be skilled at reading maps. I think you will find him to the southeast, somewhere in the court of the Ship Kings. Where? Oh, down here. Okay. Orthon.
What a fine gift! I did not think you knew of my interest in cartography.
Yes, with what can I help you, my friend? What do you have there? You hand Orthon the maps of the Anduin, and with each one his smile grows. What a fine gift, Baradbeam. I did not think you knew of my interest in cartography. It is a vanishing talent these days, I am afraid, but I have done my best to craft maps of the lands through which we have traveled. This will be a great help in improving the accuracy of my own efforts in this field. Not that they are in great need of such improvement, but I believe there is always room for honing one's skills. Oh, this gift has a more practical purpose? I will of course study these maps of the river closely and give my top findings to Aragorn, so we may travel to Anduin as safely and quickly as we can.
I overheard your conversation with Orthon, and have a suggestion of my own.
Okay. I hope you will bring it to Dervern, for I know he has the ear of Aragorn. I urge that he not fly the standard of the king when we sail up the Anduin. I have trained many light-fingered folk in the art of burglary, and I know the value of surprise. Sometimes it can make all the difference. He keeps secret the fact of our departure and the manner of our travel. Any foe we face may be put off its guard upon our arrival. My heart tells me there is value in this. Please tell Dervern my message, Baradbeam. Okay. Well, this is a new quest. I don't want that. Who are you? Belthrin. Son of who? Oh, sir. I thought it said son of Aragorn. I was like, what? Aragorn? There's something you need to tell us? Okay, we head back this way. Boo, 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 boo. Up there, on. Pick up the supply barrels. Right in here. Am I doing your work for you? This one's heavier. Heavier than the crate. Do 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 do. Poor Halros. I hope the Shire remains safe. Oh, Halros. Ekron thanks you for the supplies. Mavar, get out the way.
Pains me to see Lothrandir so weak, so tired.
Hold a moment, Baradbeam. Did you know that Radanir and I had a bit of a friendly wager? It was just to amuse us during a bit of tedium, and I do not want you to take it too greatly to heart. You see, I wagered that Lothrandir would return to the city and finish the task of loading the ships instead of you, but I did not mean to disparage your strength or ability. All know of your great deeds and the help you have provided to us on this journey. No, I base my wager on how hardy Lothrandir always appears. He chose to live in distant Forachel, after all. Such inhospitable places breed stalwart men, and Lothrandir was strong to start. He's the toughest ranger I have ever met, and, well, perhaps that is the reason for my wager, Baradbeam. I simply could not believe that Lothrandir's strength could be taken from him, but Saruman has turned him into a shell of his former self. Such treatment in the dungeons of the wizard would kill a lesser man, I have no doubt, but it pains me to see Lothrandir so weak, so tired. I think I wagered against you with the hope that it was not so. I'm sorry for taking up much of your time, my friend. I wanted you to know. Ekron. Okay, now we bring the Corsair swords to Mandan at the northwest entrance of Pelargir. Do that, and then we'll have all of them donezo. How do I get back up there? There, these stairs. Here? Alright. Hey, Mandan.
I see you had more success with the weapon gathering than I did.
Ah, you had more success at the weapon gathering than I did, but I too have done some good. These folks were fortunate. I was here to see to their wounds. I know the plan is for us to leave the city, and it is important for us to do so, but we should try to help as many of the people here as we can. I will put these weapons into a barrel and ask Celeran to where he wants it brought. But you should return to Langlis and tell him that I will be on the short rations for the rest of the journey. I wish to give a portion of my provisions to some of the families the attack from Umbar hit hardest. He's giving up his own ration. Alright, let's go turn these in. And then we will probably end there. Alright, y'all. I'm back. Okay. Darvin.
Thank you for finding the maps and helping with all these matters.
You found some maps of the Anduin. Perfect. You tell Darvin that Orthorn was delighted for the chance to practice his hobby of map reading, and also relay Farron's concerns about the flying the standard of the king from atop the lead Corsair ship. I share Farron's concerns and spoke with Aragorn about this very matter while you were in the city. It has been his plan all along to keep secret the standard that Halberd holds for him. I think he's not yet decided when to fly the standard, for it will be a message to both the enemy and our allies that cannot be easily taken back, can it? Thank you for finding the maps, my friend, and for helping with all these matters. We will have many ships ready to sail sooner and safer than I expected. Okay. Lothrandir?
Asking for help does not come naturally to me.
Thank you for doing my part, Baradbeam. Asking for help does not come naturally for me, and I beg you forgive me for it. I hope to regain my strength before long. This weakness and fatigue pains me more than any of the injuries I sustained in Saruman's care. Aw, poor Lothar. Mavart.
If we stay true to each other, we have nothing to fear.
Did you find Halberd? Were you able to help him with whatever it is he was Were you able to help him with whatever it was he needed? We asked Calenglad how he feels about the mood of the Grey Company. I think we are doing fine for the most part. We've been through a great deal already, and there is more hardship ahead, but if we stay true to each other, there is nothing we need fear. We've lost friends along the way, and brothers, but our memories of them give us the strength to go on. I close my eyes, I can still hear their voices, and they urge me to stand with Aragorn and honor my pledge. And one day, you will buy Radonir and Dervin and me a meal and drinks, and we will all toast the successful journey of the Grey Company. Oh yes, I told Dervin about our agreement once this is all done. I did not think you would mind. Do we get to go and have drinks with them? Because I really want to.
I hope the task was not too onerous for you.
How did you find the task, Baradbeam? I hope it was not too onerous for you. Tell Langlis what Mandan asked you to say to him, and he sighs. Sent Mandan with Celerant in hopes that my young friend would be able to keep Mandan in line, but it seems he is still trying to peddle those salves and poultices of his. During our stay in Enedwaith, most of us looked forward to his excursions into the Coombe seeking herbs, because it meant a respite from his sail speak. He would inevitably return with more flowers and roots to add to his concoctions, but aside from worsening the smell, I dare say they did not otherwise affect their properties. Thank you for completing his task for him, my friend. Alright. So with that, I think we are going to go ahead and end here. And when we come back, we'll talk to Aragorn again. And we'll see what we do next. So guys, I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Lord of the Rings online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.